Over 2 years ago, Fallout 76 launched with, shall we say, less than stellar reviews, with in-game and company issues plaguing the launch of 76. Now I wanted to take a look at what the game has become as someone who hasn't touched the game since the launch in November 2018. I had to reinstall the game, which surprisingly only took about 50 minutes, which is a few hours less than I was really expecting. Considering the first time I played this game, it installed itself, uninstalled itself, and then reinstalled itself. Honestly, I don't know if it's the same track from launch, but I kind of dig the menu track and the creepy vibe of the ghouls in the room. One of the first things I looked at was seeing if an old carry weight exploit from 2018 was fixed, and yes, it is. You used to be able to unequip and re-equip some armor to glitch your carry weight into having an infinite carry weight. It is important to note that I am playing with an old character from 2018, so I was expecting to be plagued with radio notifications galore and tons of quest notifications as soon as I entered the game for the first time after 2 years of not playing, but I was surprised this did not happen. That's because it seems like the main quest has been completely overhauled, to where you were told to go and meet the Overseer to start off, and it branches out into multiple quest lines. Without spoilers, I can say that while the story isn't outstanding or anything, it's a welcome improvement to the holotape treasure hunt that launched when the game started because of no NPCs. Bethesda. Great idea. Enemies and NPCs do still glitch out, which was a bit disappointing to see. And sometimes you walk up to talk to someone and end up basically engulfing their face. With the topic of enemies glitching out in this game, a boss fight got stuck in a wall after teleporting from halfway across the area, so I was able to just cheese it. Servers, on the other hand, still seem to occasionally have a not responding issue, but you rarely do get kicked completely out, but the stutter is quite annoying. It completely breaks the immersion when you travel 2 seconds and then the server just says you don't have any controls. There were 2 instances where I experienced crashes, where the game kind of locked up and it was very annoying. The most annoying thing about the server not responding was during battles, there's nothing more immersion breaking than not being able to do anything while you were just fighting tons of enemies. This was nothing compared to the fact that when using the mysterious man in this game, 5 times in a row he showed up, the music played, and nothing happened. He just didn't even shoot. So the perk card is like basically useless. One thing that did weird me out was that there were usernames on the map with tons of random numbers, and if you know old MMOs, you would think that these are bots. And that's what I thought at first, but I noticed they were players, so I looked it up, and it seems like these are Steam users that the game just doesn't read correctly. And yes, the Atom Shop is still as prevalent as ever, but seems mostly cosmetic? Mostly. But you get some free stuff on occasion, which I guess is nice, and as soon as I came back in I had tons of free stuff, and every day you seem to get something. With all that out of the way, on the good side, personally I've been having fun playing the game overall, especially with player vendors being a thing. I've really enjoyed finding a good spot to make my shop as appealing as possible for as simple as it is. Best of all, there are NPCs. You know, the thing everyone but Bethesda thought would be a good idea in this game at the very start. When noting the community in this game, it's insane how nice a lot of the players are and helpful they are. Most don't talk and use the emoticons wheel, which is surprisingly useful to be honest. But I did run into a high level player that was very nice and gave me lots of equipment to help me out. So overall, do I think this game is worth its market price currently? If this was beta, I would say yes. In this game's current state, it seems like something you would expect the beta of a good game to look like. It's so close to being an actual functioning game. While Fallout 76 is nearing an almost decent game, that's just kind of what it is right now. It only took them 3 years post-release date to make it this far.